laws that violate the Voting Rights Act. So what does this mean? This means that when you hear these brain-dead, spoon-fed, okay, led by their noses and their faith and the Bibles, right? Some of these Republicans, any Tea Party members that are left, all these folks who hate Obama and they claim that nobody's trying to persecute the black man. Boom, you got it right there in the swing state. The state's Republican Party. What I would say is remember this. Remember this with the upcoming elections, the elections in the next couple of years. Remember this. And will somebody please tell the smart dumb cats that yet again we have evidence that in fact that your vote does matter, because you've got at least one party, that would be the Republican Party, that are trying to craft policies to deny your rights. You talking about the Voting Rights Act that everybody acts like in the Republican Party? It's so necessary. Finally, it happened. We're protecting black people's right to vote. And we got another example here in 2016 of efforts to try to make it more difficult. Now, why would the state elections chief, why would the man whose job it is, who took an oath to represent the state of Ohio in this manner, okay, that would be your sucker MC Secretary of State. You know I'm not a fan. I don't know how Nina Turner did not beat him, especially considering the recent history. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I mean, that was the same calendar year or very close to it in which you had the sucker MC, state attorney general, Mr. DeWine, and he played everybody, including the family of Mr. Crawford, by not releasing that video and allowing the public to judge for themselves what actually went down. And then none of the officers were prosecuted. Nothing happened really, basically. It was in the same, it was an election year. And yet Nina Turner does not beat John Husted. That's very interesting to me. I don't understand it. I mean, how much more motivation do you need? Tracy writes, you making me feel old calling me Miss Tracy, Nathan. Okay. I will stop doing that. Carolyn writes, good morning, all. Good morning, Carolyn. What's up, Kush? Almighty Kush. How we sounding out there, folks? Hey, listen, I want to run something past you. I want to do another show, maybe a weekly podcast, maybe a bi-weekly podcast. And I'll do the show live. We'll see how it goes. We can record it or whatever. But something just a little more on the late night tip. Something that's a little more niche focused. Maybe something about the nightlife of Cincinnati. Just some thoughts. Give me your thoughts on that. I mean, what would you like to hear? Tonika writes, yes, receiving packages is just like Christmas. I love it. Yeah, I love it. I do. I open the packages very carefully. You know, there's a lot of people that get, not a lot, there are some people on, let's say, YouTube that get paid a lot of money to open packages and then to consumer test products. And I don't know if they're making a living out of that or anything, but, I mean, wow, who doesn't like that? Derek writes, ready for my flow, morning, good peep. Good to see you. What's up, Ed? And Ed, yes, I didn't respond, but I did receive your emails, bro. Thank you. Keep it coming. I can't be everywhere. I can't see everything. If you're just tuning in and you live anywhere near the Clifton area in the city of Cincinnati, then you need to be aware of this. If you're not aware of it, there was a shooting overnight at a party. Now, how does that is it manhood? Is it the black fathers? Is it this damn hip-hop culture, at least a part of it, that tells people to solve your problems at the barrel of a gun? What exactly is it? What can we do? Now, you know what's so funny about this, and ironically, is later on today, I am scheduled to be a participant in the Pitching for Peace, because, you know, I'm all about peace. And, you know, if in any small way me being there can do anything, and I'm not really sure if it can, I'll be honest with you, I'm going there to represent the cause. But then it's worth it. Then it's absolutely worth it. So that's later on today. I'll give you more details about it. Pitching for Peace in the city of Cincinnati. And I don't play no damn softball, man. And I haven't been working out either. So damn, I just want to get through without being injured. I'm just being honest with you. That's it. I want to come home in one piece. I don't want the wifey to come home and like, what happened? Twisted my ankle. It's like, shh. And then she kind of walks away like, man, he's getting older. Twisted. Back in the day, you never twisted your ankle. Speaking of basketball and sports, I don't know, man. I'm supposed to meet, one of the homies out later on today. We're going to watch the game together. But, last time I was kind of in a sour mood. I don't know why. I mean, I pretty much know what's going to happen. But in case you want to watch it, and I guess it's going to get a lot of ratings because LeBron's back at home now. But Game 3 tonight in Cleveland. Any Clevelanders in the house? Anybody in the audience expecting or planning on going to see the game? I thought about it. Game 3, is LeBron James going to make this a series, or am I going to be disappointed 2 weeks earlier than I should be? Because, basically these Cavaliers are getting punked out. J.R. Smith got all that bad boy in him. He got all that bad boy. He's wild. He got tattoos. My wife was talking about this Buster. And I'm like, he can't even perform in the big moments. This is what it's all about. All them fancy fadeaway J's and all this goofiness. So just don't get me started on these Cavs, man. You're going to make my morning bad. And I want to have a great morning with you, okay? I want to have a great morning. I'm going to tell you what the candidates are saying. I'm going to tell you what Bernie Sanders has vowed to do now after losing California yesterday. Where you at, Brent? I mean, just yesterday, Brent was like, wait until we get to California, Nate. Well, we went to California. And Hillary won there, too. I'm telling you, folks, get used to the idea that Hillary Clinton is going to be your Democratic nominee. And she got a pretty good shot considering who her major opponent is of winning. And that'll happen within our lifetimes. Now, I'm not saying you should go out there and vote for prosperity or to be able to see this. I mean, it should still be a debate about the issues, if that's even possible with Donald Trump. Something tells me that this is just going to devolve and just name-calling. If there is any dirt left in the Clinton closet, okay, because a lot of dirt has come out about them over the years. They've been in politics for so long. But if there is any dirt left in the Clinton closet, you better believe me that Donald Trump and his cronies are going to find it. You better believe me. Nate Ivey with you, back with more.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel?
Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman. You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What?
No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm going to do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up.
See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time. What?
No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit
now back to the show.
Well, good morning to you and welcome back. Currently 7:28 a.m. in the Queen City. You know, just yesterday I was speaking with a former colleague of mine. And this person was sharing with me, you know, just dealing with Cincinnati in the aftermath of having a very high-profile position in the city. And it's just so funny how people react to you. Like, I've been out with friends before, and I've been out with folks, you know, in the community, and they ask me what I'm doing, and I tell them I'm on the internet, and it's like, I don't know, it's hard to react. It's hard to really put in words the reaction that I get from some folks. It's quite interesting. I tell people all the time. I've had people call me and say, hey, Nate, listen, you still rocking it like this, like a month into it, 2 months into it? Have you told me, then I wouldn't have believed it. You know, these are people, you know, they meant it very friendly. I understand. I get it. And when I share people with my plans, my dream as it may be, it's just so funny how they react to you. So one thing that I think is probably very true and consistent among people who you might deem to be successful, or people that you may deem to be doing things that seem larger than life, you wonder how they're doing that. And I think that it's a road that's paved with the experiences that I'm dealing with right now. And the good thing about me is I'm perfectly suited for it, because I'm very, very, very internally motivated. Very internally motivated. Have always been, will always be. And so, you know, outside of my family, the wifey in particular, you know, once you know you got the right people in your place and they're giving you good information, that gives you a pretty good idea of what course that you should be on. So the things that happen outside of that sphere, whether it's positive or negative, I mean, it's positive, I absorb it. But if it's negative, it's very easy for me to just dismiss it and move on. It's very, very easy for me. But it's just so interesting. It's very, very interesting. But Nathan Ivey with you. Welcome back. Currently 7:30 a.m. It's just amazing how experiences in life, or even yourself, you may think like, damn, this is not a good thing that just happened to me. Why is this happening? You know, but you look back on it and you realize that was all a part and played a very key role in shaping you, all right, in fine tuning you. T-Bone used to always say, iron sharpens iron. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Again, good morning. Currently 7:31 a.m. in the Queen City. I want to take just a little bit of time here because I usually post things on Facebook so you can check it out. That's a primary vehicle that I've been using in terms of social media. And the numbers suggest that that's probably what a lot of the people who listen to my show are on as well. So that's always a good place to find out what we're talking about. I know the nature of things. You might be into the show for a while and kind of drift in and out. Listen, I'm glad you're with me for any length of time, each and every morning. And tell a friend about the show so we can grow the platform. Okay, tell them 7 a.m. NathanIvey.com. But again, I want to draw your attention to my Facebook page. Last night I posted something because I just feel like I got to keep making this point, that the issue of police brutality is larger than race. It's larger than race. Police brutality, in my opinion, I've seen it firsthand, I've read about it, it extends beyond any racial border. As I've said before, law enforcement in this country, they share a trait with Adrian Bronner. That is, anybody can get it. Black. Okay, black folks got it, number one, because you're black and you stand out and they can see that you're black. And there's something about human beings that we want to separate ourselves along whatever that strongest common thread is. And for European Americans, it's their skin color. It is. This is just very human, basic knowledge, okay? We all know this stuff. And then because of the way the drug war got played out, black neighborhoods were the tip of the spear. Those folks were on the front line. So we understand what's going on. Plus America's ongoing fear of the black man's sexual prowess, which they're okay with as long as he likes thinking about being a woman or something like that. Oh, they got no problem with it then. Don't get me started now, okay? So, but